Hey friends, Angela here.
Bill Cook here.
It's us.
In the garage.
All right, bring it in. Boom. Okay, so good to have you here. Look, he's wearing his green hat because, and I got my shirt on with the Shamrock. It's March. I always say, let me get this up and edited, hopefully in time, because today I got the honorary Hudson, not honorary, you are Irish, Hudson Valley, the greatest Irishman right here.
That's a stretch. I'll take
in my presence. So we're kind of, we're going to make this kind of like Irish theme, St. Patrick's Day themed. And I'm so glad you're here. So this is our cigar community. Thanks for joining. And I realize I always say like, this and that if you're listening to us driving to work on Spotify. But then I realized they could be commuting in the train to work as well. So there's that. So I always say too, like if you're smoking with us, cool. But if you're commuting on the train, you can't have a stick. But it's all good. You can when you get home and this and that, or maybe on your lunch break. I don't know where you're working. So comment below and kind of let me know if you're having a cigarello. That's how you say it, right? Those like cigarello, the little ones, or even like a little what's smaller than like a robusto, like a small. Anyway, if you're having one midday, I'd like to know. Let me give an outline of what we're doing. Of course, we're going to talk about our cigars. We're going to talk about what we're pairing it with today. We've got some special Jameson Black Barrel for that Irish theme. We're going to get into a couple of prominent Irish Americans, music-wise, and then whatever Cook wants to talk about, either yourself or a film star that's Irish. But
I'm sure something will come up.
Yeah, you take right. But so did I mention? Yeah, your green hat. So we'll get right into it.
Hazy.
Okay, so Cook here, he's already cut and lit. But while I'm
off and smoking.
Yeah, you're off on the races there. You didn't waste a minute. That's awesome. But while I cut and light this, we'll have Cook talk about what he's smoking, and then we'll get into, I'll put a picture, because when I'm smoking, because you saw this, but we will talk about this in a second. First, tell us about yours.
This is a Jewish state Maduro. Kind of nice dark wrapper.
Oh, yeah,
awesome,
it's the
man.
Maduro. Yeah.
Took a small clip off the end. Easy light.
Yeah, that one I believe
you don't
is
have to work to get it going.
Oh yeah, it has
it's
a nice
awesome.
straw. Nice straw. That one I believe is a San Andreas wrapper, I think we were saying. But
no faults in this.
No.
Hey, look at that. A triple barber. It's the unicorn of cigars, the triple barber pole.
Yeah, this one is really nice. This
Whoa.
is you haven't seen this one, you said, right? Did you know they
No.
made a cigar for you people? This is Alec Bradley. Have you seen the Candela wrappers before? You know how some of the cigars.
I have seen it.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool looking.
Yeah. So this one is just Candela. I believe this one's Maduro and Connecticut. It's the triple. Oh, you could smell that right on light up here. Yours smells amazing. That's
this is really good, man.
Yeah. So that's the Undercrown. That one's nice. That's a premium. That's primo.
I don't have to work hard to keep it lit. It's nice. It's a little too nice to play golf because I would not want to throw it on the ground. I mean, when they get to the bottom, it's one thing, but I don't like wrecking them early.
Oh no, you now. Do you have when you're in your golf cart? Do you have any those clippy things that are hanging loose?
I'm a little lazy. I kind of tee off with a cigar right in my mouth. And guys actually have ones that you can stick it in the ground like a ball repair mark, and you can rest it right on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's really, really damp in the morning, you can go with that too.
But that one has such a nice clear draw that
say
it's really good for the golf course.
It's
sure.
good.
Let me just, can I put this closer to you so that the people can hear?
Sorry, I'm too busy smoking.
No, you're good. We need smell-o-vision because the aromas in here are Really nice. So let's just talk about this. So this is the Shamrock Filthy Hooligan. What is it? It's a medium to full-bodied stick. It's I forgot where I wrote down the wrapper and stuff. It will come to me eventually.
The Filthy Hooligan. They don't leave a lot to the imagination there. Whoa!
What type of filthy hooligan are you? Because
I'm a recovering filthy hooligan.
I know, you left those days behind you. For those that haven't watched our previous videos, Cook is a retired phys ed teacher, so he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Kept those kids in line. That school you worked at had like what, 300 to 500 students, right, or something like that?
Yeah.
Easily you taught. Now, when you were
2 classes at a time, small gym.
I was gonna say you were
A
responsible.
lot of volume, man.
Now, did kindergarten go to?
No, that was another school.
Okay,
yeah. First grade at us, they started.
Yeah. And now, did you have like an order of operations? Because, like, obviously, let's say, okay, with like the classroom, first you do your ABCs, then you read a sentence. So for in the gym, and I'm actually curious of this myself, was there okay, these guys are first graders, so what would you even bring a basketball out yet, or would it be what grade, like, so they don't get bonked in the face and kind of break their nose?
Yeah.
Like, what is there a protocol to that?
My principal probably would say we didn't, but we did. We knew what to do because we made every mistake.
Yeah.
When kids get hurt, it's no fun at all.
Yeah.
So they would beg for it, but we would roll, and then we would have a lot of dribbling because dribbling is something. Even though there's a little risk in it, if there's no passing is where you start getting in trouble. Shooting, forget it. It's like a disaster. But dribbling, kids can kind of do. Even shy kids will take 2 hands and they'll dribble around and they love it. And they'll copy you. If you stand there, this in, this in, go back and forth, all the stuff. But like the actual shooting and trying to pass, no way in first grade.
Right. You just keep it.
And then we bought over time we had some nice budgets and we bought really soft ones that worked really well. The kids loved them. They would actually, preferred them over the real things over time. So.
Yeah, we're nicer to kids now.
Yeah.
Back in our day, and even your day, we're. I'm Gen X. Are you considered like? Do you know what you're?
I'm Gen old.
Our day, they would pelt you with the dodgeball right in your face, and no one really cared. I mean, it's for lack of a better word to say no one cared, but or they weren't really paying attention to really know how we were or what it is too. And correct me if I'm wrong. A kid really didn't come in crying like, "Oh, Johnny." All you did was take the ball. If you got whacked, then you'd whack him back, right?
Yeah.
It was a different time. So today, you're not really pelting.
It's like anything else.
We don't want to do that, but
there was a vicious dodgeball game preschool when I was little, and I wanted in badly, and I got blasted in the face one time to the point where my nose was bleeding. I was crying.
Ooh.
People were trying to help me, and I was like, "No, I'm all right." Meanwhile, I was like bawling.
Aw.
And I think that was a long time ago now, but I remember it being. I do remember the red ones, but in that gym, they used full-on hard volleyballs, for volleyball, and they would but they were filled up. They were not.
Yeah.
So if you got that right on the nose, it would hurt you, but it wasn't. I don't. The red ones we used for kickball. I'm sure we used them at times for dodgeball, but. We used
I remember using
fully inflated volleyballs. But that hurt. Even in the back.
Oh, yeah, you get wet.
And it made the greatest noise in history if it hit someone or if it hit the wall. It sounded like an explosion. And more than one, too. So.
Yeah.
Dodgeball, good things.
Yeah, we have different memories than my children have of...
Now it's gator skins. They're sort of foam ball with a,
Oh, would you play a dodgeball? Call it?
We didn't call it that.
What am I thinking? Dodgeball? Kickball. They'd have the kickball
with was the red ball.
The kickball. But I think we did play, in 5th and 6th grade, we did play dodge, I remember, on Long Island with that red, it was like the red kickball, so to speak.
That was.
But you're saying you got welted with like a volleyball.
Yeah, that's
Jeez,
what
that
we
would.
used in our school.
I wouldn't want that. That would. That's serious.
I didn't even know what was going on. I just wanted in on the game, and there was like 3 balls going, so I'd be like staring at one and getting pegged with another.
Oh, man.
But what happens, like in every single game, is as you come up, you get pegged when you're little, and then you start pegging people when you get older.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit of a turnaround.
Graduation from 3rd and 4th grade to 5th and 6th
That's in
grade.
everything.
Yeah.
In everything.
For sure.
First you take, and then you give. In a nice way.
All right, so did you see what we
now.
have today? Okay, so happy St. Patty's Day out there for you. That's a terrible, terrible accent. Can you do like a brogue?
I don't have a
you're the
brogue.
Irishman.
I don't have a brogue.
No, but can you mimic one? So we got the Jameson Black Barrel today, okay? And let me just tell you a little bit about it. We've got some good, listen to that. I'm gonna open that up. Irish whiskey, black label. Okay, so let's, like I said, I always write this down so I don't flub it up. The Black Barrel has been known as the best whiskey for an old fashioned. And the difference between the original Jameson and the Black Barrel is that the Black Barrel has a much higher amount of single pot whiskey blended with a small batch of grain whiskey. So if any of you whiskey experts out there, you know how they mix and blend for aged whiskey. Is it 6 years? Is it 12? This one, I think, this is triple distilled Irish whiskey. I guess we'd have to Google how many years it's been aged. And of course, Jameson, straight from Ireland, from 1780. And the barrel on this is double charred, so that's what makes it a nice black label. So how many fingers you want? 1 or 2? Just gonna do a little.
Whatever the host is requesting.
All right, we'll just go to the first line here and just a little wet our whistle here. We'll do a little nice toast. We have to have the Jameson, right, for St. Patrick's.
'Tis the season.
Tis March. Everybody's Irish. All right. Cheers.
Here's to you, Ange.
Thanks for coming to the podcast studio. So how's that cigar?
It's really good. Like, I could stay here a while.
Okay. Good, because you'll be here for a while.
You'll be like, I gotta get rid of this guy, man. I
Now-
invited him for a podcast. That's lovely.
Do you
We can get in trouble here. Nah, I'm kidding.
Let's see how much of this we can put away. Do you have Jameson at home? Like, do you stock it in your house bar, or
Yeah.
what's your do you have a go-to
I like
whiskey?
that, and relatively down the middle doers I like. Yeah,
Who puts out Doers?
that's just the name of it. I don't
Is that
know.
also Irish? We could look that up too. I should know. There's just so many. I mean, I do love when I'm pairing my spirits with cigars, and some of them I know, like in the back of my head, and others, there's just so many. I mean, these days, I feel like the market is there's a lot of celebrity stuff out there, which is cool or not. It depends on.
It's
people's
funny. My
opinion.
parents they weren't like discerning drinkers, They would drink when they went to a restaurant and stuff like that. I've learned more about booze from my friends now. If I see them liking something, I pretend like, oh yeah, that's what I do too. Like my friend drinks Dewar's, and I'm like, it was cool. Like I drank with him, and that's how. So
Yeah.
I'm not the most.
So if you need to stock at home, you'll buy Dewar's first.
Yeah.
That's what you first grab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I got a lot of wives, sisters, a lot more ladies around me than men, so there's a lot of wine too.
Yeah, we
More
have,
than
yeah.
I mean, some of the ladies like the Doers and the what are we drinking again?
Jameson.
Half a sip, I forgot.
Yeah. Look at how nice and smoky this is.
Yeah,
So this Shamrock
I
Filthy
think it's
Hooligan.
cool looking too.
Yeah, it's really nice. It has a nice open draw. I'm getting like some earthiness. I'm getting like hints of vanilla. that like typical cigar, that underlining cigar spice, which really, let's do another cheers, because I think I was talking through that one. It pairs nicely with a nice whiskey. So cheers again. I apologize. I feel like I did like I messed up. I was talking. You can't talk through a cheers. Ange, come on. What are you doing here? I would say I talk too much, but hey, podcast. Gotta talk. All right, so what are we talking about today? I wrote down some Irish stuff here. You know what? Let's, I also want to mention that I have another video all about the Filthy Hooligan, so check that out because I feel like I forgot some touch points on this one if you're interested in this stick. Because the other one I think I was smoking was a double barber pole, and this one is a triple. So the flavor profile, like I said, there's that underlining vanilla, so it's a little bit different. But Alec Bradley, they really do a good job. What I want to say is a little bit about Ireland, and then we'll throw it over to your Irish experience there. So just a fun fact, nearly 2 million Irish people immigrated to America between 1845 and 1849 because of which I'm sure you know,
famine.
Which is what Jen's ancestry directly, did your ancestry directly come here as a result of that? Because I know for a fact that
I've never done the whole Ellis Island trace, but I know it was there.
Yeah, the Great Potato Famine. I guess there was something in the roots, something poisoned the crop, and they lost the whole thing. So, but or disease.
So they figured, let's go to the city.
Well, the thing too, this country, America, because that's what my Sicilian ancestry had told me. After the influx, the Irish influx, then in the early 1900s, my family had told me exactly what was kind of like that old timey movie of like the feel good of like, we saw the posters like "Come to America, prosperous." Like that was my grandparents' story, but this was different. They were kind of driven here in like desperation, but the thing of it is the Irish, millions and millions of Irish people, we need to thank them. They built this country, like especially coming into New York and stuff. They were the main influx that helped build our railroads across America back in that time. So I mean, there's a lot of
I don't want to get all heavy, but a lot of them fought in the Civil War. That was those huge riots in New York too.
Yeah.
Which is no small thing.
No, it's absolutely not. I was going to say, that was in the back. You read my mind because as I was kind of, like you said, get heavy, but I was thinking of like the bloodshed and the like.
Have you ever been to Gettysburg?
No.
Go there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I would love to, yeah.
But they did something, I hope I get this right, but they buried the dead by state. And I didn't know that when I went there. And so it's a small stone. It's not a headstone. It's a flush to the ground thing. And I remember within a minute, I was walking around the battlefield and I was like, did anybody other than a New Yorker fight in this war? It was incredible how many dead New Yorkers there were. And now if you're not from New York, please don't get mad. But there was a lot of people from New York killed in that battle, and just like, whoa. And a lot of them were Irish, so.
Well, I mean, 2 million, it might not sound like a lot because we're 300 million strong in this country, but that's profound.
Oh.
I mean, and also coming all at once. So 2 million Irish people, and then, of course, even back then, the norm family was like 6 to 12 kids per, right? I mean, they were having 6 to 12 kids per family. I mean, that was kind of like the norm.
They were big on procreation.
Yeah. So that kind of, holds heavy. But like you said, too, with New York, I mean, it's one of the original 13 colonies. So that's why we were heavily involved in that.
Not to be heavy, but like when you're a kid and they tell you about the New York conscription riots, it means nothing to you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in high school, like, okay, next.
Yeah.
And then you go to Gettysburg and you're like, oh, now I see why they didn't want to go. It ties it all up. And it's heavy, but hey, it happened. I'm not making it up.
But you had some fond memories when you went back to your... Because I know we've talked
I had
about
a brother-
Ireland in other podcasts, so bear with us because we got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
new stories. We got some new.
No, I had a brother who worked in London, and he took us to Ireland twice, and we got to the north, and I played at Royal County Down, which to this day, I've played a lot of courses. I've been lucky. People take me places. And that golf course was and is the finest course I've ever played. It was unbelievable, and I stunk, and I really would like to go back and try it again, but it was insanely beautiful. And you've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it.
Yep, I've been to the north, County Derry. I think that also, like I said, the video I just posted about the Filthy Hooligan, I kind of touched on that. My experience there, I got to stay for 5 weeks on a farm. It was absolutely breathtaking. The whole experience of just kind of being with, like, again, as a Sicilian American, and my family kind of was very city-like. You and I grew up on Long Island, but they were very, like, rooted in Manhattan and Brooklyn. So my
And later
upbringing
Brooklyn,
was like,
and
yeah.
later Queens, and later Long Island.
The first 100, that's
The
exactly.
natural migration.
That's exactly. Brooklyn, Queens.
And then if they went
Bethpage.
the other way, it was the Bronx, Upper Manhattan, the Bronx, Westchester.
Yep. You know, it's true. When I
Yonkers.
first came up to this area, I couldn't believe how many Bronx people.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's a
was
thing.
like 9 out of 10 people that were like said that I moved up here, and because I was like waiting for like where's the Brooklyn
There was
people?
two paths.
But there was none.
Actually, 3 paths. Jersey,
Yeah,
Long Island,
yeah.
and then Westchester.
Yeah, 100%. As I had mentioned in a couple episodes before, we've got this new thing going on. So it's, of course, the puros and music, right? The music part of this podcast. Let me just explain. On YouTube, I was playing some songs, right? This and that. It's all getting shut down. It's getting silenced. It's getting copyrighted. I get it. But so the workaround for that is I created a public playlist that you can go to on Spotify. Just find the title of this podcast, Puros and Music Podcast, and the playlist is there. Any songs we talk about here, I will put them up. And I just feel like it's fun to kind of like, I don't know, jam with us and this and that. So comment below if there's any music you're into, because I'm here all about the music, all about the cigars, you name it. So I wanted to point out, and you got something to say about this, but first, the band, the Cranberries, because I think every member in that band, I think they're from Ireland. Like they're from Ireland and they moved to America. Not that they were Irish Americans, right? I think they're from Ireland.
I was not aware that they all moved here.
Oh, I don't
know that.
Yeah, I don't know that either. Maybe they just stayed in Ireland because I think that Dolores, the lead singer, what you were gonna say.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I love that.
Rest in peace.
Actually, my karaoke song that I've done is Ode, which is a terrible song to pick for karaoke because other people are like, it sounds like you're slaying cats, because I sing Ode to My Family, which is kind of like she's doing like the yodeling, and I'm like, yeah, I'm having a drink, I'm yodeling in karaoke, it's all good.
It's a perfect Irish band, though, because the songs are catchy, they're sad, and you'll still listen to them, but,
yeah,
they had some good tunes.
Yeah, the one...
I was sad when I heard she passed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Me too. Oh, she was brilliant.
But that's the Irish thing, man. Poets, they love sadness. I shouldn't say that. They don't love sadness, but they'll sing about it. They'll write about it. That's the whole Irish thing.
Well, I tell you, she had quite a childhood. Because also, again, with the yodeling, she's got such a unique rock, beautiful singing voice that I know in her interviews she said that like her family was like like they basically were like pipe down. They weren't even like listen to how beautiful you sound.
Yeah, right.
Like because and that's coming directly from
Another
her mouth.
Irish trait.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
knock off that racket.
Yeah, it's like
enough with the singing.
I know, isn't it? It's sad, but
Greatest singer ever. Meanwhile, her parents are hushing her.
Yeah, I was like so heartbroken when I heard that interview. I was like, man, you're like a Grammy winning artist, but meanwhile, your mom was like, hush.
Well, you, as mentioned, were in Ireland. Every pub you go into, there's music. Mm-hmm. You know, and I was there a while ago, but it was all, and I love anything, but it was all guitars, violins, fiddles, and vocals. Man, real like.
I went to a wedding there.
Real singers,
once.
like whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
No nerves.
They pour their.
They've been there forever.
They pour their whole.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Blood, sweat, and tears. That is like the running theme of like. That whole kids should be seen and not heard. I wonder if it almost like which country it actually did come out of. Yeah. It came out of yours, because that's a pretty strong.
Well, the Irish are known for this stern,
yeah,
you know, childbearing. They didn't. I don't want to make it seem bad, but
no, because that's what makes
total line, or there's going to be some problems.
Is your wife also Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah, because me.
She's not like that, but.
Yeah. Well, also it's different. We're in a different times, but we have 2 sons, so that made like some of the early years of like learning her parenting style and mine. It was like we had to become a team pretty quickly, or otherwise it would have been like.
Yeah, that'll test a couple.
Yeah. You
It's
know,
the hardest thing you can possibly do. It's.
I think
immensely difficult.
I'd like to know the stats on if infidelity or disagreement on how to raise your kids is really what the more larger driving force of a divorce would be. Honestly, I think it would be the kid like the difference is.
I don't know what the answer to that is, but if you have cracks and you have kids, they're going to get bigger because it is immensely difficult. It will try every
last nerve.
Yeah.
Patience, every last set of patience.
Finance, leadership, everything you think you know about will be reduced to nothing because it'll test you.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. Like, if there's already cracks.
Oh.
Not really. More that than the parenting
you'll
style
be exposed
itself.
immediately.
Yeah, you'll be, for sure.
The party is truly over once they start crying. Here's the true test. You're sick, your spouse is sick, and the kids are sick. Who's getting the medicine? Then you got a problem.
That's
I always
no joke.
thought that when the kids were
That's
little.
no joke.
And then they grow up, and it's even worse because then they're experiencing it. And you have to relive it. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And how old is your first grandchild?
I think she's.
How old is she now? Because you've been
first grandchild is going to be 5.
5. So you've been a grandpa for 5.
Yeah.
They call dads in Ireland Da.
The fun.
What does she call you? Pop? Papa?
Bill Cook.
No.
It's a very formal thing. Did you want to know? Yeah, no, it's. I don't know how that happened, but we're on a first and last name basis. That's true.
I love it.
I don't know.
Wait. Is that Hazel?
Yeah, but that's the fun.
That's Hazy. That's.
Yeah.
Also, that has to do with golf.
I'm
definitely gonna put the
5 is the fun part.
Yeah.
Because grades don't matter yet, and you know sports aren't in yet.
Yeah.
They're coming fast. But
yeah, just I wanted to kind of button up on the Cranberries because they deserve respect and I love them. So let's see. Fun fact: in 1994, "Zombie" became a stadium anthem and was their biggest selling single, reaching number 1 across the globe.
Wait, what year was that?
94, "Zombie" came out.
Funny because
that's not when they came out. That was when "Zombie" came out.
Yeah, I remember that song. That's about when I was over there too.
Yeah. And then let's see. I have to give a shout out to my other Irish American there, Joey McIntyre of the New Kids on the Block. He's from the Boston area. And when I was young, even though I enjoyed Def Leppard and Metallica, I also enjoyed New Kids. I was that kid. Always had diverse music taste. Guess that's why I became a DJ. I play it all. But yeah,
Who was that horrible story this year? That singer, Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, that was sad.
She passed
too.
this year, right?
Yeah, recently. Yeah.
Kind of had a rough life, man.
Yeah, she.
After all that fame, I'm not well read on stars, but
yeah. No, that was that was
she kind of
heartbreaking.
struggled, right?
She did. I think it's known she had some mental health going on. It was a known thing, but she actually. It was kind of sad because and you know I don't want to get political at all, but she was pointing out things. It was one of those things that's like
she wasn't
you
afraid.
don't want but I mean I hate to say it, there was some heavy truth behind it, but no one wants to hear that. But the thing of it is, even though if they knew it was true in their heart, you can't hear that or accept it, because then that kind of reverses like, shit, what have I been doing for the last 40 years?
Famously ripped up a picture of the Pope on Saturday Night Live. Lit the whole thing on fire.
Yeah, that was when I was in college, and that was like.
You ever listen to Spade?
David Spade?
He picked up that picture.
Yeah.
And kept it.
Oh, yeah.
And talks about it. It's quite interesting.
Oh,
actually.
is that on his? Does he talk about it on his podcast?
He definitely did. I listened to it. I can't refer you, but
to whichever.
It was something that all of those people that were there at the time.
It was so profound.
It was something.
He put he was like, damn, I'm running over and picking that up. Well, how did he?
He
premised that.
I heard the story, and he just, after the shock died down, it was there. He picked it up, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
It's pretty wild.
Wow, Buzz Killington. Let's go.
So your pick was Tupelo Honey
by Van Morrison.
You got any renditions?
She's as sweet
as Tupelo Honey. I got one note.
She's an angel of the first degree.
Ow! Sing it for us, Cook. Sing it. Was he born here or he was born in Ireland?
No, he was born in Ireland. When we went over there.
Wait, the people can't hear you.
When we went over there, we were in pubs where he was coming up, and I mean
cool,
elbowy little places. Like
crazy.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I saw.
He's still out there. How old is he now?
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Van Morrison. Who's the one that just passed? Jimmy Buffett, I'm thinking. Oh, Van Morrison's still alive?
Sure. And he's been out there a long time.
Shout out. We're going to put you up on the Spotify playlist. Check it out. Tupelo Honey. Maybe there's that kid
you can take all the tea in China. Sorry. I can't do that.
Sing it.
No. I don't do that.
Ed Sheeran. Do you like him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he grew up loving Van Morrison, and then when he was like, where's his home country? London.
Right.
And when he was out on the streets, just
he's
like
Irish, right?
He's British, I think.
Oh, okay.
He's got.
I need to do my homework.
He's got nice, beautiful red hair. No, it's all good. But I think when he was just like young and no one knew him, he was basking out on the street. He has said his goal was to kind of emulate, and because he kind of has that sound like Van Morrison.
Now that you say it.
Yeah, he does. He did try to sound like him.
Just his guitar and his voice, and that's all he needed.
Yeah.
And he's worked with everybody now, but
yeah,
that's his whole jam, man. His voice and
he's so talented. Ed Sheeran. There's like a documentary of him, I think, or something, or behind the scenes of his concert, and it shows like his dad waking him up from his childhood bedroom, getting ready like for music class, and when he was a boy, he played every instrument. But the cool thing about him is, and this, there's some hit songs that he's written for other artists, and not everyone really knows that. I think actually even Beyonce, Justin Bieber.
He's a major collaborator.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what do we got? Any closing remarks before we do our Irish toast?
Guys, the best thing about St. Patrick's Day is springtime is here, and
yep,
let's go.
Yeah, and daylight saving.
Enough with short days and cold weather.
What do we call it? The the sunlight depression. What is it? What you?
I don't know. I like sunlight more than clouds.
100%. Are you kidding me? I'm the type of person that if it's like sweltering hot in the summer, you won't really find me complaining. I mean, I'll say I'm sweating to death. It's 98, but I do actually don't mind it.
Me too. I can't can't stand it.
Well, we grew up kind of
Cloudy.
beachheads a little bit, right? Because
Yeah.
we're from Long Island, and now you were close to the beach, weren't you?
Yes.
Could you take your bike down to? You were on the
Yeah,
north.
I didn't really do that much, but
But yeah, I feel like just kind of growing up out on the sand, I'm used to being sweltering
yeah.
hot. Now I'm not actually. I know, like, because we're here in the Hudson Valley, but like Florida hot. That that thick humidity that might be too much for me. But that you don't. That doesn't bother you, right?
No,
The thick.
especially
You love.
early spring now.
Yeah. Are you going down there? Are you gonna do some golf?
I
right?
was down there not long ago, and I'm hoping to go again soon.
Yeah.
So.
What courses do you play at? Any major courses down there, or
There's
you just
a
hit?
ton of them in Florida. I go to like my brother's near Jupiter area. We're all in there.
Nice.
Not the super exclusive ones, but some nice ones.
Yeah.
Golf off season in Florida. Off season here is
Yeah.
expensive too, but it's good times.
All right. Well, before we do our toast, I want to thank you all for joining. Please hit the subscribe button. It really helps this podcast grow. The goal here is to just build this cigar community, us and you together. As I always say, comment below if there's any kind of music that you want us to be talking about, if there's any other cigar brands you want to bring to our attention. This is, I'll do the first line, and then you could do the second line, and then we'll do it together. You need something to drink so we could toast out on the end here?
Just a touch.
We got to do a touch
I'll be
here.
staggering out of here.
Oh, just a tint, just a little.
Just enough to complete the toast.
Oh yeah, we can't do a toast without some Black Barrel. Watch yourself there.
She's as sweet as Mamma Mia with this guy.
Bring it home. Tupelo,
that's
honey.
She's an angel of the first degree. Ah, he was good.
Do you play guitar?
Nah.
We gotta get you to learn that song. That's a good one.
Nah, I'm a radio singer.
But you have a guitar at home, right?
I go.
You do, yeah. Yeah, come on, he knows. You can do a
But I
G
can't
chord.
do it.
You can do it. You know, it's surprising. Like certain songs, and I'm not downplaying the craft, but even the most intricate song, you could kind of play along just the chords of like G, strumming the rhythm, and not just telling you, but I'm just telling people out there like. Just as from my heart to your head to your ears to say like, listen, I know a lot of you that are like, they've told me, oh, I wish I could play that. It's like, all you gotta do is do it. Because to be honest with you, like an E chord and A chord, it's not that hard, but it's so fun to kind of strum and sing along to it. It's a nice vibe.
I saw a guy doing
It's
brunch.
not that hard. It's not that hard.
At West Point at that fancy Hotel Fair.
Oh yeah, I've
He
DJ'd
knew the whole
weddings there.
catalog
That's
of
nice.
Springsteen, and he just did a whole record.
Yeah.
And it killed. It was unbelievable. We
Yeah.
went there to eat, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. That's nice.
thought I was at a show.
Yeah,
He was really good.
That's really cool.
He didn't sing that much. It was all the chords, but that's all you needed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get the gist of and the crowd, and even for yourself, singing, I think it's like cathartic. I think it is.
Well,
I
not
think that's
if you're
why
hearing me.
Oh
but-
no, you're good. You're good. We could belly up to the bar. I think that's why karaoke is so popular. People
yeah.
love it. People
It's
love
the
it.
greatest.
Yeah. And I love it. So, okay, you ready for
Just
this?
point at me when you want me
Okay.
to talk.
All right. So, there are good ships,
And there are wood ships.
ships that sail the sea. We'll do this together.
But the best ships are friendships.
And may they always be. Cheers.
Buzz.
A la santé, and thank you so much for
Buzz
coming.
Lightyear.
Buzz. To infinity.
And beyond.
All right, Cook, we close this up with telling us to, do you remember it?
Where you go? Whisper it.
See you next time.
Oh, yeah. Wait, together,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And we'll see you
Next time from the garage.
Authentically Angela Video Podcast. Thanks for joining. We'll see you